Time 2.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches. And he'll face Deontay Wilder, 6'7" tall with that... The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring. Deontay Wilder, bronze bomber, one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. His knockout percentage is off the chart.
So excited for this fight, dude.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Manchester.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Clean left jab. Nice exchange here from both men. It's a rematch of one of the great trilogies in heavyweight boxing history. It's Wilder versus Fury 4.
Warfare is so important in boxing. And Tyson Fury is a modern-day war move. He knows how to get in your head before you've even stepped in the ring, before you've even laced up your gloves, before you've even got in the dressing room. Tyson Fury knows what to do to get under your skin. He'll make you hate him, love him, dream about him. So then your life is his life. He's got your number. He's brilliant at it. And you saw how he did it to Wilder. Not in fight 1, fight 2, and in fight 3. And the same thing's happening all over again. Will Wilder ever know? Will he ever learn his lesson? I believe not. Because Tyson Fury, that's what he do.
Oh, that jab's starting to mark him up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Catch and shoot. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero, the pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
A perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction.
Whoa, Johnny! Tyson Fury just got rocked! Do you believe this? And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. like to see more jabs. Beautiful counterpunch. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight was saying, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want the knockout. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You believe what we are seeing. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. That was almost a... Let's get it started in round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you and push his own weight on him.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counterpunch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Punch, counterpunch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both men step back for just a moment. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. You know that belt. Here we go to the fourth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. A perfect counter lands. This is a high-octane battle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Fury in that last round. Well, it's no secret. There's the bell to start round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just misses with that jab. Counter punching. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter. They exchange punches. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just...
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How about... Did you see that? And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. Those counter punches have to hurt. They exchange punches. Perfect counter lands. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Talk about Wilder in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter. Let's start the 6th. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Swing and a miss with that hook. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Good defense stopping that jab. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Oh, Wilder just got clipped, and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. I don't believe what we're seeing here. And the Bronze Bomber goes down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
I've got to see...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. And down goes Deontay. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it. Talk about Wilder in that last round. His legs are... And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Nice counter. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. Dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's still one.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this? And down goes Fury. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Where did that come from? What a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're all right.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. A lot of work needs... Round 8, and we're off again. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going... Whoa, wait a minute! And Deontay Wilder just got clipped! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. What would you tell this guy? And there's the bell for round 9. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Oh, Wilder just got clipped and he's in a world. This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. The referee says they're okay to fight, and we'll keep fighting. They somehow weathered the storm.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You'd like to see more jabs. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
I need to see that again.
Are you okay? Get out of here.
It happened. You...